Okay, I'm back. What was I saying? I believe we were talking about Blackest Night defense team. So I'm just gonna start over on that part, and then we're gonna go from there. Okay. So this is usually the Blackest Night team that you're gonna see. Not these gears. Um, this is usually the Blackest Night, combination you're gonna fight. The most from other players. It's gonna be Flash, Hawkgirl, Batman. I think that's gonna be the best combination, the best three to use of the Blackest Night team, because the passives are just all so powerful, and defensively and offensively. And you have the fourth world set making Flash resurrect like a billion times. You have Necro and Scythe also helping him resurrect, and also when he gets low HP, gets the crazy power steal and everything from his basics, which he's gonna have a great chance at doing because of his passive, the 10% chance to miss basics, and the block breaks from Batman's passive. So that makes him really scary. You could definitely get KOs this way, especially with max crit. This is a very flexible team in terms of gears and roles. You could have Flash as the carry. You could have Batman as the carry. You could have Hawkgirl as the backup carry. You can have Batman as the tank. You can have, whatever you like. It's just very. There's all kinds of successful ways you can use this team. It's very flexible. But so that's Flash, and then Hawkgirl. You get the standard gears you could use on your carry. Just Master Death Guard, Tangent Totem, Master Harness. Self-explanatory. Get 2 bars, just start wrecking people, protection from Master Harness, all that stuff. And the great thing about this is all three of these guys get Batman's passive, which makes them very dangerous, especially the carry, because you cannot block their specials. They will break your block, especially with Master's Death Card, because the Death Card can break your block too. So you cannot just sit there and just block all day. They will break your block. They will punish you. They will kill you. This is a very dangerous team. Yeah, it's very hard to deal with sometimes. Batman's gears are a little strange, but let me explain. So I explained earlier about the whole if you want to counter Luchador Bane, you use Ninjato. That's why this is here. I also have Batman Ninja Helmet here because with Ninjato, when the opponent uses AoE, or even if they use the Master's Death Card and they use a special with that gear, AoE is going to be put on the team, and Ninjato is going to make Batman, in this case, get a whole bunch of power. And therefore, when he tags in, he's going to have a whole bunch of power, and because of this power, it's going to be synergy with Batman Ninja Helmet. It's going to make him very tanky and hard to kill. So it's going to be very tanky, and then when he goes for a special, whichever one he goes for, either one, it's going to do heavy damage. If he goes for special 2, there's a possibility it will break their block and kill them. So he is very powerful offensively and defensively. And even if he goes for special 1, the DOT from his special 1, because Batman special 1's applied gear effects twice, most of them. So he would apply Ibistic twice. Because his max crit, it's going to be 50% DOT damage from just one single special 1. It's half somebody's health bar gone from special 1. And say he does so much AoE that he gets 3 bars. Well, now he's going to use the super move. And Blackest Night Batman's super move in particular is really dangerous because this passive right here that makes them do more damage as their health goes down, that applies to super moves as well. That will make his super move stronger. That Blackest Night Batman has one of the strongest super moves in the game because of this right here. The lower HP they have, the more damage the super move will do. Which you might think, shouldn't I use him as a carry? You can. However, a lot of times Batman will go for special ones as a carry, and that's not what you want. It's not what you want. It's not. I mean, you can use something like. Let me show you. Let's see here. You could do something like this, and then like that. Again, he might still use special ones, but this will most likely go for special 2. And then that allows you to use something like this. I would do a mistake Death card and Heart of Darkness, giving Hawkgirl the best chance of getting 2 bars when she tags in. And if Hawkgirl goes for special 2, it will do a crazy amount of damage. It'll break blocks, it'll crit, it'll do all this DOT, it'll just be very dangerous. This is called a backup carry or a side carry. It's when you have an additional character on the team that is meant to be performing as a carry, despite not having Tangent Totem like this one does. However, she is still just as deadly because of the Massive Death card. And then Flash, of course, just uses Necron Scythe. Now, on this team, you don't have to use Necron Scythe on Flash. You can use whatever you want. Good options include Batman Ninja Helmet. This is a good, overall gear pick. You could use Ninjato if you want. You can do the 3 out of 3, but I don't know. I don't think it's as good. It's okay. It's okay. Enchantress is okay. This is okay. You could even do this if you wanted to. Maybe this could be okay. I don't know. These are kind of like just alright picks. But the first ones I mentioned will probably be the best ones. Like, Necron Scythe and Ninjato and Damage and Helmet. Those are the ones that I've had the most success with. I would not really use anything else. This is just some other picks, but the first ones I said were probably going to be your best choices. Excuse me. So that's the Blackest Night team. Another thing, if you wanted, you could do, if you're crazy, if you're insane in the head, you could do Death Card and Flash, and then you could do, like, Rags on Hawkgirl, and then you could do, like, where is it? Necron Scythe from Batman. And so that way, even if he goes to special 1 instead of special 2, which is what you want him to do, you want to see special 2s, you don't want to see special 1s. But if he goes for that for whatever reason, his basic attacks will be crazy strong because of Necron Scythe and the stun. So that is something you could do. You could also do these gears on Hawkgirl, and then use these gears on Batman. That's fine too. Like I said, this is a very flexible team. There's very few wrong ways to go about this, but all these are good. All the options. Another one you'll see a lot of times is the Arkham Knight team. Before I go into this, I just want to say, do not promote her this freaking high. Do not make her stats this high. This was a mistake. I would say I probably ruined my back row, but there was a time when she was a very, very, very powerful member of my Arkham teams. But yeah. So, Arkham Knight back row. Now, really, back row can be used on any Arkham team. In theory, like a really dangerous one would be like this, and then hardly yet. Right. Again, don't promote her this high either. That was a mistake. She should be like Elite 0 to Elite 3, but not 7 or higher. That's terrible. So there's that. The way I do back row is, honestly, any Arkham combination with back row is automatically good because she's terrifying. She's amazing. She's so strong. She's just a killer. What I said about Catwoman earlier, being able to knock out just the whole team by herself, yeah, she does that a lot. Back row does that a whole bunch. just solos whole teams on herself. This is what I generally use. This is a very disgustingly powerful setup. What happens is when she tags in for the rescue, and she goes for the rescue and she stuns the opponent, if she goes for special 1, they're dead. If she goes for a heavy combo, they're dead. If she gets the Cloak of Destiny stun on tag-in chance, a 20% stun chance, and then goes for the rescue attack from a passive, that little rescue attack will crit and will one-shot them. This is why this setup is so scary. Because if this happens, and it will, she can stun and then go for the rescue, and the rescue will kill them. It's horrifying. Not to mention the fact that if she goes special 1 after this, it will do so much damage, it will completely one-shot. We're talking almost like 200,000 damage on the first hit after the stun. It's insane. You might think, oh, why not just use like this? Or something like this. And you can, but I think I found that Cloak of Destiny is just better. But something like this is fine. Something like this is fine. Hold on. But I think for the most part, stop. Holy crap. I think for the most part, this is probably your best bet. Not to mention the fact that you have that combination I talked about earlier. Astro Hornets and Necron Scythe. The Astro Scythe combo. You put this on like damn near anybody, and it just makes them such a good. So many things. It's like a basic attacker, but it makes them so just resilient and not necessarily tanky, but it just makes them last a long time. But also really scary and threatening at low HP levels, low health. And if they happen to have any stuns in their passives like she does, then it just makes them even scarier. So this is a really good gear combination to use on characters like that. Characters with stuns and characters that are just, really powerful like that. What else? You could also alternatively make her like a carry. If you do this, it makes the geared combinations on the other characters a little strange, but this is really good too. Because I should mention that her special 1 and special 2 are both unblockable, which is really good. It's like 30% chance. So she can break your block and then stun you at the same time, and then just completely destroy you with special 1 or special 2. And then she can just go on like a snowball. Like we talked about Godfall Superman earlier. It's kind of like that with her, but it's not guaranteed. But there's similar energies. So there's that. So let's say you're not using Totem Mode. This is what I would use. And generally what I use on this team is... Well, I think Joker would be good, but I would actually use something like this. Arkham Ward's Deathstroke. And then I give him Master's Death Card, Tainted Totem, and this third gear, I'm not sure, honestly. I've tried different stuff. It's kind of tricky. You want Astro Hornets really bad, but Batgirl needs it more. Like, the most important character on the team is Batgirl. If you really want Astro on him, but it's just... This could be okay with HP from Harley and... the helmet. What else? Yeah, this would be cool if Batgirl didn't have it, but she does. This is okay. You do that. This could be okay, so you get rescued and come back. You can heal. There's not really need for this because hits hard enough as is, and he doesn't chain from the Master's Death card, so it doesn't really matter. I thought about using this. It's okay, but I think for what I've seen is the best is actually this Soul Taker Sword. Because what happens here is you get life drain on special 2, so you heal. So you could get rescued and then come back in later and go for special 2 and heal back to full. and that's really dangerous, giving you a chance to tag it again later, and just as many multiple opportunities to get KOs and just come in and out and just destroy people. There's also the damage drain, which is really nice. Arkham Origins Deathstroke has an extremely high damage stat. Not this number right here, but it's like way higher. So because of his passive and because of his promotion, he is like 80% stronger than this. So what you're seeing here, he's way stronger than this. That means his super move is way stronger than this. And it gets even stronger than that when he gets KOs, and he will. So you could potentially have a really like strong as heck Deathstroke that, you know, after he gets KO, and then you can just come in and go for like a super move, you know, and then you're just dead. It's like a case of like just do Superman or one of your medals where you can hit so hard with so much damage that you cannot survive. Like if I go into an MP match right now and I go for a super move and it's not blocked at all, it's gonna do like 286,000 damage. That is insane. That will just destroy them. It might KO them even if they get the 49%. Like, it's disgusting. And then lastly, Harley. Her gears are not as important. Really, you can use whatever you want here, but I think what you want is like this. Maybe something like this. It doesn't matter a whole lot. I mean, she's really only here for this, for passive. There's not really a point in promoting her. There's not really a point in giving her any kind of crazy gears or augmenting her or anything like that. I don't believe that would be very helpful. I don't believe that would change very much. It's just, she's only here for the passive. By all means, this is a 2-person team. Harley is just there for the passive. But this is a very dangerous team because you have Deathstroke and Batgirl like just tearing people up. What else? You could use Arkham Knight Harley Quinn somewhere in here. I'm not exactly sure how. She'll be geared. I've never tried it. If you did Joker, I would probably do something like this. I think this would probably be a no-brainer gear combination. You know, something like that. That would probably be decent. Be really scary too, because Big Engine and Batgirl and all that. Also, Arkham Origins Joker gets like a bonus DOT, no matter what kind of Arkham it is, whether it's like Arkham Origins or just Arkham or Arkham Knight. So he would be a pretty good character there. You will see very often like full Arkham Knight teams. I don't believe those are as good. I just don't think they really have a whole lot more synergy as opposed to what I just showed. Like, you'll see like this a lot, or like this. This could be okay, but I don't know. I'm not sure. And Arkham Knight doesn't really have much synergy. He's just an Arkham. So Catwoman really only benefits from other Arkham Knights, and I think really you want like Arkham Harley on the team, or like Arkham Deathstroke, maybe even Deadshot. Like, I don't know. These kind of teams, I just don't. They can be scary. They can be hard to beat. And if they get lucky, they can definitely, you know, screw you over and beat you. But, I don't know. I feel like a lot of it is just chance-based. And I don't like making teams that are like, there's a chance they might just not do anything. So that's the Arkham teams. They're pretty flexible, and like team members, you can use whatever you want. Like, you can even use like Arkham Warrior Bane, or the Arkham Knight, or maybe even Arkham Killer Croc. There's lots of options. But Batgirl, you always want to have, because she is the most important member of Arkham team. She is so terrifying. She can just destroy the whole team. Okay, what else? Jessica Cruz teams, those are not as good. You'll fight these a lot. You'll fight these an awful lot, like all the time. But they're not that crazy. Like you might think, oh, this is a really good team. I fight it all the time. Imagine, like I get beat by it all the time. It's this is what I said a minute ago. Like that Arkham team, I thought it was like a two person team. This is like a 1-person team. This is not good. If Jessica Cruz goes down, most likely the team is just done for. Like it's just not gonna do very well. I don't know exactly how to make this team better than like just making Jessica Cruz the carry and doing whatever else you want with the rest. Like, I don't know. This is probably what you should use, but you can use other stuff too, like Ava Stick, makes sense. A lot of people use this. It's okay. And what I would probably do is, I don't know, make like Ranger in the tank. You gotta have at least one tank. You can do fourth world in this case. Make it really tanky. Maybe it'd be okay. Something like this, maybe, or just something like this. That's fine. Maybe you want something like this. That's fine. I don't know. It's just he ain't gonna do much. He's gonna sit there and tank. That's about it. Red Sun Green Lantern is really passive. And then John Stewart. This is just, I don't know. This is the part where I'm not sure about. Because, like, what do you give him? He's not going to do anything for you. He's just there for the passive. That's really it. I guess you could do, like, if you wanted, some kind of, like, side carry deal, you know? But, I don't know, man. I don't think it's as good as, like, the other ones. It might look okay, but I'm not having much success with it. And I haven't even like ruined my character stats or nothing. It's just not as good as you might think. Same thing for like the Earth 2 team. I wouldn't try to do that. It's okay. It's just okay. Now Grundy and Kill Frost, that's an alright combo. If it's not like Elite 10s like mine. Suicide Squad team, you'll fight that a lot. I don't think that's too good. It's okay. There might be a good way to use it. It needs more experimenting, but generally speaking, the way people use it is not good. So I probably wouldn't mess with it. Hawkgirl is really good. So that. I love dealing with Superman. Oh, we just crashed. Okay, give me a minute. That doesn't happen normally, but I can keep talking. I really like Dawn just a Superman with like New 52 Black Adam because, you know, he's gonna tag in and he's going to like go for a special 2 and he might shatter your gears when he goes for special 2. And then after he's done, he's gonna keep going because he's got this really powerful like multi-hit, multi-special 2, multi-KO special 2, and you know the next guy's gonna tag in, and he's gonna get blown up by like that special 2, and it's just like really dangerous. But where was I? So yeah, Hawkgirl is decent. Blackest Manhunter. You don't have to use the 3 that I used earlier. I do believe those are probably the best. Holy crap. But you can swap some other ones in. I don't think you should use Doomsday. Superman is just okay. If you use him with Shazam and Batman, he's great, but like I don't think you should use him with the other 2 Blackest Knights. Manhunter's he's pretty decent though. I like him a lot. Ares is good, but he's very frail. Like he's a big class cannon, and I'm not too sure if I like that for my defense teams. Red Suns. There we go. I would not use Superman, although he's very cool. I think there's better passives you want for your red sun team. So I would do it's a little crazy what I'm about to suggest here, but Batman, Green Lantern, like I already got here, and Red Sun Grundy. This is the Red Sun team that I found the most success with. I know it's really weird. You got Red Sun Grundy. Who the heck uses Red Sun Grundy? I know, but it works. It's the best one I've seen so far. Superman doesn't do as well. You would think Wonder Woman would be really good on this team, but honestly, I feel like you get too much power generation, and you're just like, your carry is going for like too many like super moves instead of like special twos. Like you want them to tag in, and you want them to go for like a bunch of super moves that are doing a crazy amount of damage. And I'm sorry, not super moves. You want them to go for a bunch of special twos. They're doing a crazy amount of damage, and they're critting, and they're just getting KOs. But super moves are like, they might not KO. You can block it with Astros. I feel like it's just not as good. So I think what I use is this, and then this is really weird, like Ninja Helmet, Killer Croc, and Scarecrow's Mask. If you get just a little bit of power because of these gears and the Green Lantern passive, like just a little bit under a bar, he's immune to specials if he blocks. Like just completely immune. So that's really nice. And also the huge amount of HP you get from this passive, 45%, all three, which is nuts. Plus Lantern's passive makes him just so sturdy. He's not really going to be getting KOs. He might, but honestly, you just want him to sit there and tank. You don't need him to do too much. But Batman is really good here. He is just a Terminator. He is so freaking good. I like this combination. Again, Astro Scythe, so good. But also you have Ibis. So what he's going to do is he's going to get a special one. He's going to throw the special one down. Even if it like doesn't break the block or it doesn't stun, that is still up to 50% damage from DOT put onto them from the Ibis Stick. And if he does get a stun, then he's going to go for basics after that. And that is just going to rip them apart. Because his heavy combo, his light combo, whatever, is going to tear them up. Because the huge damage increase from the stun from Necron Scythe is just going to do like great amount of damage. And it's going to activate. He's going to get a KO. He's going to get the Resurrection. He's got the Resurrection in the back pocket, plus the Astro Harness, plus like the Power of Steel from the Necron Scythe. He's going to be really hard to stop and really dangerous. And again, this is one of those characters, you can't just sit there and block. You can't just sit there and block against him. He's going to break your block, and he's going to beat you down. This is a very dangerous setup. It's very hard to defend against this. Unless you're like Blackest Knight Superman with Flash on the team, it's very difficult to defend against this team. Against this character. The reason why I have Ninjato here is because of the gigantic HP increase, and also because it's just nice to have on almost every team. Many good and solid defense teams have Brandis Ninjato somewhere on the team. That is a very good gear, and you should always try to fit it somewhere on the team, on one of the characters. Yeah, it's just very smart to bring that, mainly for like Luchador Bane, but also for other characters like Arkham One's Deadshot, or Batman Ninja Lord Joker, or just any characters using AoE gears. It's just, you take less damage from that kind of stuff. It's just nice, you know. Why not? So what else? What else we got? If I had him high promoted, I would love to use him, but unfortunately I do not. But Gaslight Batman is one of the best defense team members. If I ever managed to get him at least like League 3 or something, I would love to use something like this. I think this would be really cool on Batman. I'd use this with like Shazam, and have like a really like disgustingly powerful setup with Gaslight Batman. But unfortunately, I can't do that right now. Same thing for Yellow Lantern. I'd love to use him more, but he's only Elite 0. Could make him Elite 2, but that's not enough yet, so I can't really do much. Um, what else? What else? What else? You can maybe do like some 600 Wonder Woman teams. Those are just okay, honestly. Hawkgirl teams with like Luthor Bane. Those don't work as well as you think they would. Like you might struggle to fight them, but they're not consistent. They're very inconsistent. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. Same thing for killing Joker teams. I think you need some like seriously powered up characters like that can just do Superman or like some crazy high stat metals or Arkham Orange Deathstroke or something like that. Because a lot of times when they tag in there, they're gonna go for like super moves, and that's really it. You want to see special twos, but they're not gonna be able to use special twos. If they just spam super moves over and over, it's annoying as heck. And again, Tainted Totem does not refund super moves, so it's just so dumb. I hate when they do that. Reverse Flash, he's okay. I'm not really using him a whole lot, but I think in theory, he could be pretty good on defense teams, like Shazam teams, or outside of Shazam, maybe. Static, a lot of people fight Static a lot. He's pretty good carry. He's also annoying, like basic attacker and such. But I don't know. I've never really used him a whole lot, so I don't have much experience with him. I imagine he would be good. Red Lantern is an amazing tank on Shazam teams. Like, let me show you. This is probably one of my favorite racing teams. Like, if I use like this on Red Lantern, he will just be immune to basics and specials, like, always. Because he always has 3 bars for his passive. And then you combine that with Shazam, and he's just completely invincible. He has to shatter his gears. And then I use this crazy guy right here. This is like one of my best defense team members. One of my best defense teams. This is a very simple gear combination that actually works so well. I have so many screenshots of this guy that's getting like 2 KOs and so much damage dealt to people, and like he's hardly used any specials, if any at all. Like, I don't understand what he does to people that works so well, but I want to see it. I want to see like what he does to people. I need like a replay or something, because it's like insane. So this is what I use in this game. Batman laughs if you gear him properly. I know typically people like to say, oh, but he's a support. He should be Elite 0 or whatever. Shouldn't evolve him, shouldn't use his resources on him. And that's true. But like, I've played this game so long, I'm not worried about offense really anymore. I know like what teams are gonna be good for offense. I know what characters are good for offense. I want to see who's got the stuff for defense. And this guy right here is insane on defense. You wouldn't even think it. Like, what is Batman Laughs? Like, why? What Shazam? I don't even know. But it works so well. Like, really, the only thing it does is give Shazam bleed, so he can kill multiple people. What's special too? That's really all he does for Shazam. Shazam doesn't do anything for Batman Laughs, but he just works so well. But the cool thing about this is you have Red Lantern. His special 2 actually does a fair amount of damage on the DOT and damage from the special 2. And so if you pretend he's max crit, right, that DOT will crit. So that'll do even more damage. And so the opponent will just be forced to just sit there and eat that burning DOT from this for 6 seconds. And it'll really hurt. And they can't escape it because the Quake engine from Joker will force them to just sit there and take it all. And Joker can also apply DOT from, the Savage Robin. That does even more damage because Let's Go Helmet. And the bleed will last a whole long time because Quake engine. Savage Robin, again, does a lot of damage because he's going to crit. That crit will do even more damage because Let's Go Helmet. It'll do bleed. The bleed will last a long time and it'll crit. And DOT will do more damage because, again, Let's Go Helmet. So a lot of times, Batman Laughs will just do like over 100k without even tagging in, without even being in the fight for 1 second. I've seen matches where he's gotten 2 KOs without even being tagged in. Like, how does he do it? He's insane. He's insane. This guy is just crazy. If you're insane in the head and you evolve him and you promote him and you use him for defense, oh my god, it's like the funnest thing in the world. Watching what he does to people, looking at those like records after, like the results. Oh my god, he's a menace. So that team doesn't have a whole lot of synergy, but I also have other ones that I like too. Like this one. This is one of my best defense teams. This one's crazy. On this one, I use like this. You can also do King Gold Soda, but I'm not going to use King Gold Soda. It's just an example. I prefer to use this. And on this version, you actually are going to use Master Death card plus 4th World set. And this is probably the second best gear combination to use with Shazam. If he's not the tank. I mean, if he's not the carry. Because this makes him kind of like a backup carry. And Shazam is a very good backup carry. Like, he's very dangerous. If he's max crit, and he goes for even just a special one, it will hit unblocked because of Death card. And it will one-shot them. Not to mention special 2 will just deal crazy amount of damage to him. Will definitely kill people. Like, he's amazing. This makes him a threat. And when he tags in later out of nowhere, he's definitely going to KO somebody. Like, definitely. They're not going to see it coming. He's going to tag in out of nowhere and just wipe him out. It happens all the time. He's always getting like 2, 3 KOs with his gear setup. It's one of the best. And then you have this one, Lord Joker. You might think, why the heck do you have Lord Joker with Shazam? What does he do for Shazam? What does Shazam do for Joker? Not really much. It's really what Lord Joker and Batman do together. But this is one of those teams where you just have characters that are so good, it doesn't even matter how much synergy or how little synergy they have. They're just such good characters. The team just works. The team just does so well. This is one of my best Shazam defense teams. I've had so much success with this team. Like, again, all 3 of these guys are going to be pulling their weight. All 3 of these guys are going to be getting KOs. They're going to be pulling all the weight. No one is dead weight here. Not one of these is dead weight. All 3 of these are going to be doing great. Great jobs. But speaking of Batman Ninja, the full Batman Ninja team, this is like probably one of the most common defense teams you're gonna fight. Usually from non-legitimate players, but this one is very good as well. This is again one of those teams that's like very flexible in the gears and the roles. You can put them any kind of way, gear them any kind of way, and you're going to have strong results. Probably one of the simplest ways to do it is like this. This is still fine. You can do this. Again, you can use King Soda if you want. Either one. Depends on what you like. And then something like this. Not even being the carry. And then Catwoman being the basic attacker. So this way you have a basic attacker, you have a carry, you have a strong tank. There it is. But this is not the only way you can gear this team. You could use, like, cause this is a little awkward, because, like, Batman's in the first slot. You kind of want Batman to be in, like, the third slot or something, so he tags in late. But you can't have Catwoman in the first slot. It won't activate your passive. And she'll just be like a sit and duck. You know, so like, and obviously you gotta have Batman in the second slot because he's the carry. You can't have the carry in the first slot with Tainted Totem. You can't have Tainted Totem in the first slot. That's stupid. It's not gonna work. You're never gonna get a bar of power. It's not gonna work. So like, this is very awkward. Don't do this. But like, what you could do is instead like this. You could have like 2 tanks on the team. And then you could have Catwoman as the carry. This is very good too. This is very solid too. Like, these are all great setups. Again, you can have Bingo Soda if you want, or use an Ibis-Stick. And I kind of like the Ibis-Stick because you're applying 50% of the opponent's HP and DOT. Just half of that health is gone. That's just really dangerous. Every time you go for special 1, like, half the health is gone. That's just so nice. It's so nice. And like, if he gets outnumbered, and it's like a 1v2 situation, 1v3, every bit of health the opponent has is important. So being able to delete that so easily, and also takes so little damage, is just like, it makes you so hard to kill, but it makes him so like threatening as well. I don't like him to be passive. I like him to pull his weight. I like him to be able to get KOs. But this is a very solid setup as well. I mean, alternatively, you could make Batman the carry. That's a little strange. I don't do it often, but it does kind of work. It's not bad. I would do something like this. Maybe this. And then that way you could have Catwoman be the basic attacker. Again. But I don't think that's as good as the other one I just mentioned. You could have Lord Joker on the team, and he's fine. And then again, the roles are just, whatever you like. You can have Joker be the carry, and that's fine. You can have Joker be like DOT, like this. And if you did that, I would have him like right here. Then you could have Catwoman be the carry. And I would use like this. And then of course, not being the tank. You could even do something like this. This is probably one of the only times you would ever use Claw Horse. This is not bad. This is actually pretty good. Like, this works a lot. Claw Horse with Quake Engine on a Joker. With Lord Joker, this actually works really well. If you want to do that, that would make sense. But anywhere else, don't. It's dumb. It doesn't work. Alright, mouth is getting dry. So that's about everything. There's a couple other characters you could mess around with, like Raven Prime, or Raging Hawkgirl, or maybe Doomsday Prime, Shazam, New 52 Wonder Woman, Rebirth Raven. Like, there's all kinds of combinations. There's all kinds of good defense teams. There's not just one. That's the cool thing. It's not just like one defense team that's good. There's all kinds. There's all kinds of ones you can try out and play with and get all kinds of success with. And you just have to use your creativity and and your in-game knowledge to make cool and powerful and successful defense teams. Everybody has a different team. Like, I know like so many people who have like defense teams that are like, I see them as like, that's their team. That's their team, and when I see that team, I think of them. And that's just so cool. And I've always wanted to have like a team that was like synonymous with me like that. And to me, I think that's probably this one at this point. Like Batman, Joker, Shazam. That one I've done really well with. But I also like the Flashpoint trio and the Blackest Night trio, and I've a bunch of them I like. Of course, Red Sun. This is one I like a lot. But that is about all I can say about defense teams. There's a lot to it. It's not a very simple matter. It takes a lot of in-game knowledge and information to really craft a good one. You can't just see some like team on the ladder or someone using and just copy it. You gotta have like the right gears and the right promotions and the right stats, and they gotta be evolved. You gotta have crit augments. That's very important if you want the best results. You gotta have like all 3 of them, or at least 2 of them. That's good. That helps a whole lot. That just increases the damage output by so much, and that's so appreciated. So yeah, that's about all I can say. Hope you guys learned something today. Hope you guys learned about the importance of the defense teams, why they matter, why they're important, why you should start using them. And I highly recommend you guys, get into this kind of thing. You will learn so much about, the game, but you'll also receive just, so much more free battle rating. I mean, who doesn't like free battle rating from doing nothing? Who doesn't like 400,000 battle rating for literally doing nothing? For just not even playing the game. Just from other players trying to attack you. And the most satisfying thing from all of this is when you have a really solid defense team. And you, like, get on Injustice in the morning, or after a while you haven't played the game, and you just see nothing but like blue shields on the right side of your screen. That is my favorite thing to see in this game in 2023. After like so many years of me playing this game, that's my favorite thing to see every time. And it's so satisfying just going through all the matches and seeing what everybody was doing. And just seeing like how everybody was performing in the match. And it's just so fun to me and so cool to me. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope you guys learned a lot from me talking about this subject, and I hope you guys have fun playing and experimenting with your own defense teams. I hope you guys can create your own defense team that you feel is like this is your team. This is what, when people see this team, they think of you, and they associate you with that team. I hope you guys can find, like some identity in that. And so, with that, see you guys later. See ya.